So the next thing that you need to do is go in and make dimensions. There are 7 dimensions you need to put on your car. The first thing that we want to do is just make sure that the units are set, and we want it to be fractional in inches, and the precision, we want it to be 1/16 of an inch. So it can be 30/4 or 30 seconds or 60/4. We don't want that. 1/16 is what we want. And then we're going to start here in the center of the car and just work our way around in a clockwise fashion. So the first thing I'm going to do is this dimension here, the width of the car between the axles in the top view. So I go up here to dimensions, and then I go over here, and I definitely want this to be black. So I save my black, and I put that in the stroke, and I don't think I'm there though. Okay, so I want it to be black, I don't want it to be red. And then precision is 1/16. That's the way it's going to look there. That's good, and that should be good. So I'm going to go to here. I'm going to zoom in on this area, and then I'm going to right click. Sometimes we'll be getting in and out of something. So it can be inside, it can be outside, and we want it to, you want to click, pause, click. And we'll go over that in a sec. The other thing we need to do, the next one we need to do, is the width of the car, the widest the car is in the top view. Well, that for everybody, I hope, is out here because you've included these lines in your drawing. So you can just put that there, bring it out here. It gives me a nice little line. Come out 3/8 of an inch from the car, click, and then I can go right here, and that will give me a line. I know I'm good, and everybody should have this. Click, pause, click, and then I'm good. If you don't pause it, the dimension goes back and forth. It's hard, so click, pause, click. The next dimension that we have is the height of the car, the tallest part of the car. So it doesn't necessarily have to be here. In fact, let me just change this so I can prove a point. Let's zoom out. And make sure I'm okay. Okay, so if I come back here, zoom in, go to my dimensions, I'm back into what I had for a stroke. There's my tallest point of my car. Some people will get mixed up and they think it's the tallest point on the back. It's not. It's the highest point of your car. Come out 3/8 of an inch. Come down here. That's the bottom of the design. You see that red line come over? And you can see I clicked too fast, and now I have this action, and this is hard to place sometimes. So instead, I'm going to hit escape, and then I'm going to do it again. 3/8 of an inch from the block. Down here, bring that over, click, pause, click, done. Then I have, what is the thinnest part of my car between the axles? Well, I'm not sure. I think it's here to here. I want to have a perpendicular line here. So that's 11/16. And this one, I think, is 3/4. It wants to be perpendicular, and it's giving me some trouble here. So what I can do is go to grid snap, or get out of object snap and just go to the grid snap. And that will give me 3/4. Okay, so I've done some exploring there, some measuring, and it's obvious to me that 3/4 is 12/16, and this is 11/16. So this part is the part that I want to keep. So I can just do Control Z, get rid of that one. It's also possible that I have to get rid of both depending on where they were, and then come back. I also don't like the placement of this, so I'm going to hit E for eraser, and then I'm going to come back and so again, this should be a perpendicular line. Click, pause, click. Okay, so that makes more sense with those arrows the way they are now, not into the car design. Then I come over here and I want to know, what is the height of my axle line? Where am I going to be drilling these holes through this? Well, if I come over here, again 3/8 from the block, click, from the bottom of the block over here, click. This is also confused often. People will want to measure the nose of their car. We aren't measuring that. We're doing more specification stuff. Now I have two more measurements, and one would be the total length of the car, and the other one is the distance between the axles. So I can fit my length in, I can fit right in here. I can put in my distance between my axles. That's why those projection lines are important. You want to be careful here. You can see there that it looks straight, but it's actually up a little bit. So I want to make sure that I'm perfectly horizontal. And I want to try not to come into my car there. Here, this one, a good place to do this is almost midway through this big fat wheel. And then I can just go here. What's the length of the total car? Everybody should have 1 foot. Be careful to make it totally horizontal. And now if I come out here, scroll out, everybody should have 7 dimensions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are all based on hard specifications that you all have been oriented with, you have copies of, either in hard copy or on campus.